Eric Davis, Haydocy Airstream, lovely Columbus, Ohio. 25-foot flying cloud. It's an Airstream. It's a 25-footer. It arrived today. Get them while they're hot. What can I tell you? Let's talk a little bit about Airstream. What's this thing all about? First of all, this one just arrived, so we have not taken all of the fun coating off of the stainless steel. Then we've got these sunglasses. This one has the panoramic windows, both front and back. And what's great about this is this has the ability, first of all, it's going to work as an awning, but also tempered glass, 3-position windows on the interior. So right away we know about the air that'll move through this thing. When we're talking about what's up front, Atwood power jack system. You've got lighting. You've got your leveling capabilities. Everything is electronic. Propane. Let's talk, first of all, we've done this beautiful brushed aluminum propane cover, all in keeping with that whole Airstream thing that's going on. 30 pounds of propane on each individual. So now we've got 60 pounds of propane. You want to go live in Alaska for a year, you got plenty of propane. Sounds like fun, right? Then the next thing is, everything here is electronic. You've also got your spare tire, which is undermount. Why is that important? Well, no UV light's going to hit that wheel. The other thing is, it drops out of a cradle with no hardware. You want to pick it up, make sure you've got to take care of business, easily accomplished. But let's do this. Let's talk about CoachNet, 24/7 roadside assistance for 2 years. In the purchase of an Airstream, you get concierge service. If you're at the lake, you're at the ocean, we're at the beach. I've got a problem with a fan. You want that taken care of at 3 o'clock in the morning because you got to sleep? Guess what? They come to you. You do not take the trailer to them. That's a cool thing. Also, we've got a quick disconnect propane port. What does that do for you? Well, that allows, I'm going to give you an extra element of gas line. I can set up my grill out here. I can do space heaters utilizing the service that I've got, the propane, without affecting any of the other portions of the travel trailer. Also, I have a secondary port here where I can plug in my 30 amp service. Well, that's kind of cool because if I've got my monster truck or if I've got my little SUV, I've got my service here that I could plug an additional generator into. It's all about that going off-road, dry camping, boondocking. Sounds like fun. Come on around, check this out. You've got storage. The storage panels in the 25-footers are built actually more solidly than the actual trailer itself. And everywhere you look on the Airstream, you're going to see buck riveting. This is kind of an artist concept of how we put an aircraft together. We just happen to be doing it on this beautiful RV. Radius windows, all tempered glass, all UV protected with rain guards. These are jalousie type windows. They pivot out, they do not slide. So guess what? If it's raining, I got air moving through. Now we've got look at the exterior vents on our refrigerator here. Guess what? These aren't plastic. These are buck riveted aluminum. So let's just say in keeping with the cool factor, but it's more about they're going to be around a lot longer than I am. Airstream started producing trailers in 1931. Almost 70% of all Airstreams ever built are still on the road. There's not too many companies out there that can match that pedigree, if you will. Now, here's the business end. You've got, first of all, the Dexter axles. We basically have 4 independent axles on this travel trailer. The obvious would be if I blow a tire, guess what? I'm still rolling. But above and beyond that, this system utilizes frozen torsion bars of rubber where they invert an axle into the system. The cool thing about that is this is not space age technology. They've been using the identical axle system since the mid-60s. Don't get any better than this. Then you have a shock absorber system, so that's going to keep your stuff, because you got stuff. We want our stuff to be cool inside. That's what this is about. Now, how about this? You've got an outdoor shower. This is hot and cold running water. You got to hose off the dog, you got to hose off grandma. Let's do it right here. It's all right here. Then you've got, of course, you've got TV, you've got satellite and cable hookup. You've got that additional 30 amp service. Then you've got the cool stuff. What's this? This is, we have an interior regulated water pump. What that means is that you will not mess with the water coming into this system. It is, you don't need to buy additional equipment. Then we've got the black water flush system. You got to do the sewer thing, right? Well, let's try to do it with clean hands. When we're done with the process here, I hook my freshwater hose up here. Picture, if you will, an umbrella where we take the fabric off and those tines are blowing out that tank. What happens in that? Clean hands. I'm able to blow out my entire black water system. That's really kind of a neat thing to have. Check this out. Everything black and gray at your disposal. Remember, I showed you an access port in front. Now, secondary access port, which, by the way, when you utilize these, look at the insulation on these. You have diamond plate on the inside. You've got insulated doors. The doors themselves, which, by the way, are buck riveted. These are better made than, frankly, anything in the planet. These aren't plastic. These are buck riveted aluminum. Now you see where that light continues to pour in with the wraparound panoramics. Now, look at the business end here of this thing. LED lamps. LED lamps on our back, LED lamps on our rails.